Alright, this time I decided I would go do something a little different besides grabbing a random pile, and I decided to grab my Valiant pile because anybody that's kind of big into comic books right now knows that Valiant recently they were a big company in the 90s. They had some great comics, great storytelling, and they recently decided they were to resurface, come back after being bought out. I'm not sure exactly how they were able to resurface, but they did, and that's all that's important to me. So I decided to go over the Valiants that I have in my collection. Now some of these are original 90s Valiants, and some of them are the new stuff, the new runs. I think the old ones are at the bottom of the pile, so we'll get to that at the end of the video. Here we go. This is Archer and Armstrong #3 from the new run. Was a really fun. Archer Armstrong's a really fun comic. It's funny. It's got a lot of action in it. It's got a lot of jokes. It's even got a lot of historical information. You get some history in it. This one was great. I love the concept. They're fighting a group of ninja nuns. They're guarding the artifact they're looking for. It's just a really fun time. Archer Armstrong #1. This was again, just a great comic. I really like Archer. I really like the relationship between these two guys. Archer Armstrong is like the buddy cop movies of the Valiant universe. They have that weird kind of chemistry that you would see like in Rush Hour. It's just great. Here we go. We have Bloodshot #5. Now I haven't actually read this one yet. This is like the only one. I've been keeping up with the Valiants every month, trying to anyway. And this is the only one I haven't read yet. And I'm looking forward to it because the last couple ones were really good. Put that on the side so I can read it later. And we have Archer Armstrong #4. This was an amazing comic. I highly recommend reading this. Even if you haven't read the other ones, this is a really great comic. And they were able to shove so much story into this issue. It really moves the story along. And also, this comic right here has a lot of characters in it. It introduces a lot more elements of the Valiant universe into the new Valiant universe. This comic has the first appearance of a geomancer, which was a huge concept in the Valiant universe. It also has the first mention or whatever or appearance of the Eternal Warrior, which is a very big character in the Valiant universe. So very hyped about that one. Harbingers #4. Harbingers is, for people that don't know, it's kind of like the Valiant version of X-Men, but really good. It's a very kind of down to earth. It's kind of realistic, kind of just edgy X-Men, and that was a good one right there. Here we go. We have Harbingers #5. Now, Valiant is infamous for having multiple covers. For making different kind of gimmick covers and stuff to try to sell more stuff. And this was a gimmick they were doing last month or whatever, where they took all their titles had an alternate cover that was basic concept art. You can't see it too good, but there's all these little concepts written like the artist, like an artist sketch, and this one right here, something that's talking about well mannered, always in formal attire. It just details about what the art should look like, and I thought that was cool. It's pretty interesting. Now the bad thing is my comic book store doesn't supply the different covers. I guess it's not efficient enough for them to sell the 4 different covers to one comic, so they don't do it. So that's kind of annoying. I just get stuck with whatever cover they order. This is Valiant #3. I mean, not Valiant. This is Harbingers #3. This is a pretty cool cover. I like we got this main character Sting. I love how just evil he looks right here. He's pissed off. Bloodshot #3. This is a really good comic. I'm really liking the Bloodshot. I mean, Bloodshot was always an extremely popular character in Valiant, and this new one's picking up the pace just as well. And this is a cool cover. I love the blue in the background, or purple, or whatever. I'm kind of colorblind. I love the color in the background. It just looks cool. Now, this is an alternate cover for Archer Armstrong #1. It's I really like this actually. I wish I could find some more of these, because I think they made one for every title, like the white and black version. I really like these. They're cool looking. And this just stands out, huh? This really stands out in your comic collection. We have Harbingers #2. I love it. I love this cover. He's talking to a dog. It just looks funny, and people in the background like, what the hell is he doing? Harbingers is really shaping out. I don't really like the artwork in Harbingers that much. I kind of wish they get different artists, but I mean, I like the stories. The stories are great, but the art just doesn't do it for me. This is Harbingers #1. I really like this concept for a cover because this guy right here. He can read minds. So I love that he's walking in the street and there's just about 1,000 word bubbles on his page, and there's some really funny stuff on here. Like, take the time, if you have this comic, take the time and just read every single word bubble, because there's some really funny stuff that people say in here. Like, there's so many inside political jokes, some geek references, some funny stuff in there. Okay, this is Shadow Man #1. This is their newest title that just came out. It's based off their classic character Shadow Man, who's a New Orleans character. Because I'm from Louisiana, so I like, it's cool to have another hero besides Gambit. This is a cool comic. I like this one. It's very, 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 very different from the original Shadow Man storyline, but it's still pretty cool. And there's a villain here, Mr. Twist. I try not to give it away too much, but he's just a freakishly disgusting character. He's kind of really funny and disgusting. Archer and Armstrong #3. Again, this is another one of those concept covers. They're pretty cool covers. I mean, you gotta give it to Valiant for their promotions, because they're the masters of different kind of covers, different kind of weird gimmick covers. This is Archer and Armstrong #2. I like this. I don't know. I really like Archer and Armstrong, and their covers are always funny, and it's just funny because this is back when Archer's trying to kill Armstrong, so it's just hilarious to have him shooting like 1,000 bolts into Armstrong's back. It's a cool cover. I'm sorry if there's glare issues on here, but this is XO and Man of War #2. XO is definitely the cream of the crop for Valiant. I mean, I actually don't really like him that much compared to some of the other characters. Like, I like Archer Armstrong and Bloodshot a lot better, but this is the comic book that really gets the fans. Like, this is the comic that sells, that makes Valiant their money, because XO's just cool. For people that don't know, he's like Iron Man kind of mixed with Conan the Barbarian. Is the best way to put it. And I know that sounds awesome, right? Okay. And this is XO Man of War #4. This is the first 3 issues. He's like stuck on an alien ship, and he's in outer space. And this one, he finally gets to come back to Earth for the first time since the Barbarian days. So it's really interesting, how he perceives Earth now, how Earth perceives him. It's a pretty cool comic. This is XO #6. It's guest starring Mean Jack, which is a Valiant character. Mean Jack is the first character that's been brought back that hasn't had his own title. Like, he's just kind of guest starred in XO's comic, so it's kind of interesting. He's a really cool character. He's that kind of typical badass, non-powered martial arts kind of guy. Kind of like what Batman would be like if Batman was a ninja. Pretty cool. This is XO Man of War #3. Cool cover, very dramatic. I don't really think it has anything to really do with what goes on in the issue, but this is the one where XO, I believe this is the one where XO finally gets the armor and wears it, or maybe that was the previous issue, but it's still a cool issue. Okay, this is Bloodshot #2. Now, the only 2 Valiant comics I'm missing from the new run, which I really need to get them soon before they get really hard to find, is Bloodshot #1 and XO #1. I really need to get those. But this is Bloodshot #2. And I really like Bloodshot. He's pretty cool. Bloodshot, the way I would describe Bloodshot, he's like a Punisher mixed with Wolverine, which sounds amazing, by the way, because he's got a healing factor, but he's also very much a Punisher character. He likes to use guns. He has a katana. And he has little nanite things that can that help him out. That can tell him communications. He's a cool character, very different. Here we have Bloodshot #4. It's another one of those concept covers, pretty cool. And now we're starting to get into the old school Valiants. Here we go. We have Secret Wars #1. I actually don't really know anything about Secret Wars because it wasn't one of the comics of Valiants I was keeping up with. But this has a lot of characters on it. I mean, you got XO, you got Bloodshot, Shadow Man, Geomancer, Solar. So I mean, I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's got a lot of characters in it. It should be good. This is Bloodshot #1. This is really gonna look annoying on my monitor, but Valiant was really good with these holographic covers. I mean, they have a lot of holographic issues like that, and this is one of them. That's good.